I will never agree with anybody disrespecting the flag of the United States of America or our country. Let me just tell you what I see or what I feel when the national anthem is played and when I look at the flag of the United States. I envision my two grandfathers who fought for this country during World War II, one in the Army and one in the Marine Corps, both risking their lives to protect our country and to try to make our country and this world a better place. So every time I stand with my hand over my heart, looking at that flag and singing the national anthem, that's what I think about. And in many cases, it brings me to tears, thinking about all that has been sacrificed, not just those in the military, but for that matter, those throughout the civil rights movements of the 60s, and everyone and all that has been endured by so many people up until this point. I try to live my life by two basic Christian fundamentals, and that is love the Lord with all your heart, mind, and soul, and love your neighbor as yourself. And I think that we accomplish greater things as a community, as a society, and as a country when we do it together. And I think that we are all equipped with great talents, abilities, and strengths, and we can use that with each other and for each other. I think we can accomplish some amazing things. And obviously these are trying times during our country, certainly coming out of this COVID crisis and then entering into another crisis, or really these two compounding with each other. I think we all recognize the changes that need to take place. And I do think it's about action versus just, everybody's going to social media and kind of saying their piece. Obviously there are riots and there are protests, and people are certainly out there showing their frustration as well. But I think at the end of the day, we need to find ways to work together, to provide opportunities for one another, to continue to move our country forward to a bigger and better place.
People who are creating the havoc and the violence, they say they do that because no one will listen if you're peaceful. Have they forgotten about the legacy of one of the greatest Americans of all time, Dr. Martin Luther King, who was an advocate for nonviolent protest, and through the success of the nonviolent protest brought about the greatest social change that has ever been seen? How can they forget about that so easily? A lot of times people don't do what they know they should do because they're afraid of the pushback. And there is a lot of pushback when you try to do what's right sometimes. But we need to recognize that we, the American people, are not each other's enemies. And we should not succumb to those who are trying to make us believe that we are enemies, to divide and conquer. I have never seen a situation where violent activity of this nature accomplishes something good. It only accomplishes bad. It's ruining these neighborhoods. It's ruining the chances of a lot of people to climb the ladders of opportunity. Think about those people. don't just think about your feelings. I understand the anger that some people feel after seeing this horrendous murder take place before our eyes. No one can deny that it happened. And there is reason to be angry about that. But the justice system, I can virtually guarantee you, is going to make sure that those officers are taken care of in terms of what they did. They created a crime against humanity.